Is there any fundamental reason why we're seeing cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, move to the upside in the last week or so?
Most people do not understand the real reason why Bitcoin is going up. I do. I follow the crypto market every day. You watch this entire video until the end and you will become a smarter crypto investor. Get this video to 7,000 likes. We can easily do it. We've done it before. Let's get right to it. Bitcoin's rally is actually kind of remarkable, especially considering how banks across America and around the world are in crisis.
Bitcoin's rally is quite remarkable, especially considering this past weekend, there was essentially mass market chaos amid news that Circle had funds stored in SVB. They had about 3 billion. And so this suggested that the stablecoin they were issuing, USDC, essentially could have had a depegging event, which would have been devastating for the entire DeFi ecosystem in particular. So right when news broke that the government essentially would backstop all depositor funds, markets rallied, and that's what we're seeing happen today.
Bitcoin is rallying after Joe Biden's big bank bailout. The U.S. government is bailing out U.S. banks in crisis, including Silicon Valley Bank. USDC, after losing its peg, is regaining its peg. Circle, company behind USDC, is banking with Silicon Valley Bank. Joe Biden guaranteeing their $3.3 billion held by SVB will be available. Bitcoin is rallying because of this.
All customers who had deposits in these banks can rest assured they'll be protected and they'll have access to their money as of today. Every American should feel confident that their deposits will be there if and when they need them.
Bitcoin is rallying because around the world, banks are getting bailed out. Credit Suisse, a much bigger bank than SVB, its shares are soaring again after the bank secures a $54 billion lifeline from the Central Bank of Switzerland. So Credit Suisse securing a massive $50 billion funding deal is good for Bitcoin for two reasons. One, it keeps the markets level. It keeps everybody feeling good in the markets. Number two, it shows how BS the central banking and banking systems around the world are. In other words, central banks deployed more fake money to save the house of cards. Fake money has an unlimited supply. This is why we Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto is going up because Ethereum finally set an official date for its Shanghai hard fork upgrade. Ethereum's Shanghai upgrade goes live on April 12th. If you hold Ethereum, set your calendar for April 12th. The Ethereum Shanghai hard fork, which will allow users to finally withdraw their staked ETH if they're validating the network, is a highly anticipated event. Perhaps the upgrade will also have an effect on ETH market demand. So what improvements is Ethereum Shanghai upgrade going to bring? Well, of course, the biggest improvement is that it will allow users to unstake their ETH from now until eternity. The Ethereum upgrade also has several other proposed changes related to the Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM, object format, which is a software component of all EVM-compatible blockchains that gives decentralized programmability to the network, and it sets the stage for sharding later, which should add scalability and faster transaction processing for Ethereum.
2023 is going to be the year when rollups really come to maturity. We have 4844 that gives rollups more space, and we have the trading wheels on rollups that really get weakened a lot. That kind of gets us to like most of sharding being finished, and then rollups going fully trustless, and then there's full dank sharding. For me personally, I think after the changes, that would be the first points where I would feel comfortable saying, even if nothing else happens past that point, I would be happy with Ethereum. If we need to, we can stop there. We're not going to stop there, right? And we want to kind of like go ahead and try to actually make sure that the Ethereum ecosystem gets support 500 million users before the bull where 500 million users are knocking on the door actually ends up happening. That's probably the next part of the future, the transition from Ethereum as this kind of very theoretical ecosystem that's still discovering and finding itself to Ethereum as an ecosystem that actually is, tries to be useful and usable and, secure and all of those things, and like actually provide value for hundreds of millions of people.
With everything going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, banks in general, the world in general, another reason Bitcoin is pumping is because Binance, the world's leading exchange, suddenly converts $1 billion from its industry recovery initiative to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. Here's why. So back in November, Binance announced it was setting up an industry recovery fund to help rebuild the crypto industry. Everybody was psyched about this at the time. Now they had $1 billion in their native stablecoin, and now they're converting what's left of that into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. This move comes in the wake of Paxos, BUSD's owner and issuer, this is Binance's stablecoin, being hit by a lawsuit from the United States SEC, with the agency claiming last month that the firm violated investor protection laws. Well, Paxos announced it would halt BUSD minting and end its relationship with Binance, Binance putting what's left of the $1 billion into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance.
Binance announced that they would actually be converting 1 billion BUSD into Bitcoin and Ethereum and BNB. This is significant buy pressure on the entire market, which is essentially skyrocketing prices.
All right, that's really interesting. So that news about converting to Bitcoin and Ethereum, so the fact that they want to take their coin and turn it into these other more popular, well-known coins, you're saying that's just creating some of the rally, right?
Yes, definitely. So essentially, they're going to be selling 1 billion BUSD and buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other crypto assets. And so this is a lot of money, and especially because crypto markets are relatively illiquid right now, that will cause significant buy pressure. And so that's, I think, what we're seeing today. It's unclear whether they've actually started these purchases, but the news alone instantly caused a market rally.
Close to $1 billion has entered Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. It took 15 seconds and cost $1.29. Imagine moving $980 million through a bank before banking hours on Monday. This is why Bitcoin will continue to win. This is why banks will continue to fail or be forced to change. Everybody's reporting how Facebook and Instagram is stopping their NFT plans. Well, not a lot of people are reporting this. The Pokemon Company, one of the biggest brands in the world, might be preparing to make moves in the metaverse. Why do we say this? Well, the Pokemon Company, who's the corporation in charge of the development of the Pokemon brand, preparing to make some moves regarding the franchise into the metaverse because the company recently opened a job opportunity that includes experience and knowledge in fields like blockchain, Web3, and the metaverse as a requirement for the job, including connections with investors in these. Bitcoin is pumping because Reverse Indicator, CNBC's Mad Money Jim Cramer, recently said, I would sell my Bitcoin into this rally.
And I would sell my Bitcoin right into this rally. And believe me, I had been a believer one time in Bitcoin. Not here, not now.
This is the same guy who backed Silicon Valley Bank a month before its collapse. Not to mention the mushmouth on this guy in general.
The ninth best performer year to date is SVB Financial. Don't yawn. This company's a merchant bank with a deposit base that Wall Street had been mistakenly concerned about. So you could argue SVB's nearly 40% rally this year is barely a drop in the bucket. And that's how I want you to think it. Stock's still cheap. These stocks could have more room to run.
I'd like to take a minute and thank the sponsor of today's video, SwissCheese Finance, linked below. They are the world's first ever decentralized stock exchange. We are developing radically futuristic, user-friendly, multi-chain stock and crypto products on top of a robust DEX called SwissCheese. The SwissCheese token is the backbone of the SwissCheese ecosystem. It's an ERC20 standard token built on ETH Layer 2 Polygon, making it more widely accessible and easy to use. Has a total supply of 120 million. So what exactly is SwissCheese? I still don't get it. SwissCheese is developing a set of products and services designed to simplify the way you trade stocks, shares, and bonds using a single SwissCheese Finance account. You can trade stocks, crypto bonds, shares, and invest in any global currency you wish without having to interact with the underlying technology. I liked the information provided by Yahoo Finance. They go over the problems with traditional exchanges and why SwissCheese could potentially solve those problems. The problem with traditional stock exchanges: expensive transactions, opaque operations, centralized nature, restricted accessibility, possible fraudulent activities on the worst end, worst of the worst. So what is SwissCheese aiming to solve? Decentralized structure. SwissCheese operates on a decentralized platform, eliminating the need for intermediaries and reducing the risk of cyber attacks and other security breaches. This also allows for more transparent and secure trading environment. Low transaction fees. We all love to see it. They're on Polygon. Accessibility. SwissCheese decentralized platform eliminates the restriction that often limits accessibility on traditional stock exchanges, making it easier for a wider range of investors to participate in trading. Increased transparency. Of course, it's on the blockchain. With these advantages, SwissCheese is Poised to become the future of decentralized stock exchanges, its innovative platform offers a more secure, accessible, and efficient way to trade, making it an attractive option for investors and traders alike. Anybody interested on more information on SwissCheese Finance, March 17th, they're doing a little AMA, March 17th, 4 p.m. UTC, with leading influencers and the CTO of Swiss talking about decentralized stock exchanges in general. Now, SwissCheese fits into that. Check this out for more information. Website linked below. Check them out. And remember, there is risk involved. Do not make any financial decisions without fully understanding the risk. Our audience is global. And because our audience is global, make sure that you understand and follow all laws in your respective jurisdiction. NFTLA is coming up March 20th through 23rd. My brother and I will be speaking, moderating a panel. Get your tickets, Altcoin Daily VIP, code linked below to get 10% off. So this is coming up in a few days. And then in May, Bitcoin 2023 Miami, use code Altcoin Daily, 10% off. Both discount codes are linked below. Hope to see you at both of these. The night is always darkest before the dawn, my friends. Bitcoin and crypto are the future. Subscribe to our channel. We follow the market every day. We keep you updated. See you tomorrow.